you ever felt like you didn't belong, maybe you're an expat from a foreign country, the youngest person at a new job, or simply navigating through unfamiliar territory. Many of us have experienced this feeling of being an outsider. Belonging is more than fitting into a predefined mold. It's about sharing similar experiences, mannerisms, values, and more. Yet for many of us, this traditional notion of belonging feels unattainable. We see others simply fitting into the box, sharing similar mannerisms, values, and more. Let me take you back to my own journey through the layers of belonging. As a young child, I felt I was in the box, fitting into my family unit. Although I was adopted when I was 4 months old by my white American parents, I always felt welcome and safe. I belonged in my family, but I was not the same as them. My parents later went on to have my 2 younger brothers, who also didn't look like me, but I loved them all the same, and I felt connected and comfortable with them. As I grew older, my world expanded when I entered school. In school, I started realizing that I wasn't quite like other kids in the classroom. Although I did all the Irish pastimes, like Irish step dancing, playing Gaelic football, and playing the fiddle, I still didn't have the Irish accent like everyone else in the tiny town. I certainly didn't look like them. I ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches instead of scones, and I had already moved countries unlike anyone else in the school at the time. Even though I didn't quite fit in the box, others didn't make me feel different. My feelings of not belonging started internally and continued as I expanded my horizons through extracurricular activities. After the school layer, I entered my extracurricular layer, where my world expanded more as I tried new things. At 5, I joined our local soccer team in Glen Farm, Leitrim. One day, as we gathered to prepare for our matches, we encountered an opponent team. They focused on verbally attacking me, shouting racial slurs. I felt ambushed, embarrassed, and even confused. But luckily, my team stood up for me, defending my place among them. This was the first time my differences made me feel like I didn't belong, and it was very isolating. It wasn't until I faced discrimination on the soccer field that I truly felt the weight of belonging. This is when a shift in my brain happened from child who didn't quite fit in, but still belonged, to a child who didn't belong at all. I was now officially pushed outside the box because of outside influences. After Ireland, we moved to Berlin, Germany. Constantly aware and insecure about my growing list of differences, I started to look around in this very liberal European city, realizing that not only were there more box options, but other astronauts floating around space like myself. This was something I hadn't seen before, and I was so relieved to see that I wasn't alone anymore. Following our time in Berlin, we relocated to Basel, Switzerland. This environment wasn't quite as liberal as Berlin, and I had some setbacks. Like the moment when my family and I were hiking in the mountains in the Swiss Alps, and an elderly lady came up to my mom to tell her that her nanny was so cute. My mom looked around, confused, not having a clue about what this woman could be talking about. That's when she pointed at me eating breakfast with my 2 younger brothers. Although some moments brought me back to that feeling of isolation, navigating space alone, I then meet new, interesting people, other expats, other adoptees, other children of divorce, other yogis, others who lived in 5 different countries by their 12th birthday, and the list goes on. My journey reflects the dynamic nature of belonging. It's not a fixed destination, but a journey of exploration and connection. As my world expanded, I encountered diverse individuals who, like me, didn't quite fit in the box. Through these connections, I embraced uniqueness and found meaning in every interaction. Whether inside the box or outside, belonging is about the connections we forge and the authenticity we embrace. As mentioned before, yes, I sometimes have some setbacks too, But that's when I make an effort to remember that I am an astronaut with a bunch of amazing people that have my back. I don't have to navigate space alone. Thank you.